a much better performance than Wednesday night. Were you happy with what you saw out there today?
Yeah, well, especially with the results, because we did a lot of things very well on Wednesday, but we did a few things that cost us goals in a really naive way, and today we have eradicated that much better, and very happy where I see, I think individually as well, some big performances, and against a Champions League opponent, good feeling.
Just on Viktor as well, great to get his first goal, especially in front of the home crowd, to get that goal before next week. Surely it's a real morale booster for both you and him.
Yeah, for sure. And looking that that first goal is always very, very important. The way he took it as well, really, really well. So again, I think we have some big performances. We're developing certain connections as well with the new players. Very good. Kai coming in as well. The goal he scored, I think it was top as well. So everybody raising the level of everybody is going to really help us, because at that level, we're going to need our very best from everybody.
Kim from Sky.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Last week you described these two games as tests. Do you think you passed the test, and what do you think it shows you about the team heading into the season?
We have learned a lot of things in the last two games. We'll have to review this one as well with two very, very good opposition. One, when the game went against us, in terms of the result, today was very different from the beginning. It could have been very different on Wednesday as well, but our efficiency in the final third wasn't at the level of today's. But yeah, a lot of information to gather collectively, individually as well, and I think overall we had a very, very good preparation.
Art?
Hi, Mikel. I think that was the first time we got to start Martin and Declan together. Just on Zubimendi and Rice, I thought they interchanged quite a lot during the game. Is that something, that fluidity, something you were looking forward to seeing from them?
Yeah, especially with the qualities that they have and the way they can complement each other in that space. We saw another evolution today on that, and things that the team can really benefit from, to be much more unpredictable and be a much more threat, especially from these inside positions.
And speaking of evolution, I think the play was a lot more direct early on, finding Bukayo in behind. Is that something we're looking, I guess, to evolve ahead in this season?
Yeah, well, having threat from all the areas of the pitch into the last line, that's a weapon that we need to continue to develop. And it can be from David, it can be from the last line, it can be from people playing on the base. And I think today we had from many situations a lot of feeling of, yeah, at any moment we can attack their backs and be very dangerous. And that will create as well a lot of space from many other players inside.
Simon, stand up.
Mikel, just on Kyle, who came off the bench and scored within sort of 10 minutes, are you thinking that you might get even more from him this season now Victor's here and there's that competition between the two of them might drive them on?
Yeah, but especially because they can play together, Kai can play in different positions as well, and I think it elevates the quality in the squad, the goal threat that we have in the team, the options that we have to change and provide opposition with a lot of problems, and it's great to see both of them scoring, both of them in such a good form and good problem to have.
We saw obviously the new signing today, but in terms of the market, are you done in terms of incomings, and would you still like to do more business?
Let's see what happens in terms of where the squad is in the next few weeks. But we are actively looking at options. As well, there are a few players maybe that they have to leave as well. So we'll be open to see what happens.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Obviously got Viktor opens his account scoring for Arsenal. What have you made of his clear desire to score and get goals? Because we've seen in the other games as well. Even though he's not scoring in the games, he has that real drive to get forward, to get in around the box. He seems just desperate to score.
That's his nature. I think everything that he does, his movement, the way he times his runs, the way he predicts the next move and where the space can be and where the ball is going to land, that's the instinct that he has. That's why he scored so many goals in the last few seasons. So that's not a coincidence. It's his ability, and he's constantly looking for it.
And what in particular does he add to your team that you hadn't had last season, apart from obviously goals?
Well, I think his goals, his threat, I think he pins both centre-backs. He's a player that the moment you leave him with the space, one against one, he's going to destroy you. So he's going to create a lot of space as well for us. And yeah, the moment that in any situation, there is a player there that can score a goal.
Gary, Thomas?
It's probably the first time you've had a squad as deep as this since you've been here. And they're all going to be, they're all internationals. How are you going to kind of keep everyone happy and everyone, you're going to have some tough decisions to drop
Well, happy. I think everybody involved at his best. That's what we want. And then we're going to have to start with 11 players. And other players are going to have to impact the game. At the end, they're going to have to earn it on that pitch with every day, with their behavior, the quality, and the connection that they show with the team. And it's exactly what we need. We never had the demands that we have this season in terms of the competition we have to play, in the amount of games already that these guys have to play. So it's very much needed. Nothing different to any of the top teams in this country. Nothing different.
Charlie, Simon?
Mikel, how pleased are you with Noni today? I mean, he's come on, played ever so well, and he's managed to, he's had a lot of, sort of nonsense on social media, but be able to block that out and get a great reception from the supporters and play like that. How do you feel about it?
Well, great. I think the reception that he got every time he was on the ball the other day as well, super positive. I think that lifts any player, brings energy. You can tell the quality he's got every time he's on the ball, in and around the box, on 1v1. The ball lands, obviously, to a player in our colour inside the box, and that's a massive quality to have. He can play left and right, he doesn't care. So it's a big weapon for us.
Okay, last two now, gentlemen here.
Mikel, Jovan Kratros with Bench Sport TV. As someone said prior, Viktor Gyokeres got a great header this afternoon. Is he the final missile piece of the jigsaw you needed to take you to Premier League glory?
Well, it's certainly going to add a different kind of threat and options to score goals from probably situations that before we didn't have the opportunity to do so. So a real value there for us.
Okay, finally, gentlemen back.
Hi, Mikel. What takeaway will you take from this pre-season, and which area do you think could improve ahead of the opener of the country next week?
Well, a lot. I think on the physical part, I think we're in a really good place. I think we have competed against very different opponents in different contexts, in different countries. So it's been a really complete pre-season. You're constantly learning and evolving the team. That's not going to stop now because this is the last test of pre-season. On Monday, we'll continue to work on things that we have to develop and improve from today, from the last few games. And other things that we want to still do, and especially the integration of the new players to make sure that we create such a bond and a spirit in the team that we can compete against any opposition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Mikel, is Trossard okay? Is he?
I think it's going to be in a few days. He had a little niggle in the ground, but he should be fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.